Hey everyone. So today's video is going to be very quick. It's just going to show you my workflow on how I work with markers and arrangements in order to have them quickly labeled, tagged, color-coded, so you can quickly move on to the most important parts of your mix or the recording process. So at first this may be a little bit boring. I'm just going to start off by showing you the common way of creating markers for your song, and then I'll show you the process, or my process of the way that I've work with markers and creating arrangements as well too. So we can go ahead and create markers by hitting the shortcut apostrophe, and it'll go ahead and lay down a marker for us, count out how many measures each section is going to be, and then as we're moving along we can hit the shift apostrophe to rename each marker, and then to move on to the next marker all you have to do is hit the tab key and then repeat the process of hitting the shift apostrophe to rename the next marker down the line. Now you can see here in the last marker that it extends way beyond the length of the timelines. So in order to correct this, you need to go into the marker list editor and actually jot down how many measures you need it to be, or how long you want it to be. So in this situation, I want the last marker to be 2 measures long. Now remember, if you don't do this, whatever marker is placed last on your timeline will extend beyond the length of the song. So there are so many things that I love about Logic, and one of them happens to be that you can create new marker sets. So I'm going to show you the way that I would lay down markers without deleting the old markers that are up there currently right now. You can see that I have several clips here already lined up with the intro, verse, chorus, bridge, solo, and outro. Now, every time I open up my template, I have these in that session already. And according to what the song is going to be, I go ahead and just start laying them out. So if my intro is 4 measures, verse is 8 measures, chorus 4 measures, verse 8, chorus, or whatever it may be. And as you're moving the clips around, Logic is going to show you how long or how many measures that clip is. So you can quickly build your song. You can also import a song or import your session, and as you're playing the session back and forth, you can go ahead and line those up as the music is playing, so you're really not wasting any time. And once you're happy with your song structure, you go ahead and hit the shift option apostrophe, and it brings it up to your marker timeline already color coded and with the exact ending of your song without having to go into your marker editor and actually putting how many bars it should be. So the first thing I want to do is I want to open up an instrument track, or a Midi track is really what I want, because I'm going to be creating Midi clips, right, with no information on them except the fact that they have a title. So my intro, verse, chorus, what have you, bridge, solo, outro. So I'm going to choose a software instrument here in order to create my empty Midi clips. You can go ahead and right click on your timeline, choose create empty Midi regions, and you can make them whatever length you want. It's an endless clip there, so you don't have to worry about that if it's too short or too long. I'll duplicate them several times, and I'll go ahead and label them intro, verse, chorus, bridge, solo, and outro. And I'll go ahead and color code them as well. The quick key to rename those clips is going to be Shift and the letter N. And that's the quick key to rename your clips. If you wanted to rename the actual track itself, you can hit Shift and the Enter button. And finally, I'm going to get rid of the instrument that I have in that track. I only needed the track itself to create the blank Midi regions, and then save it as a template. Now, every time you open up your new template, these clips will be in your session. And then you can quickly build by just creating another empty Midi track and then just dragging down, lengthening the length of the markers as needed, and duplicating them and just moving very quickly there. So again, you can see that I'm moving these to the way that I want the song to be. Highlight them all, Shift Option apostrophe, and it's done. That's pretty much it. Then you can delete those 2 MIDI tracks if you'd like, or you can hide them, keep them in your session. Now what's pretty awesome about this is that I can create arrangement markers from the markers that I created here. Now if you're using Session Drummer, you know that it's a pretty big deal because your drummer will follow your song according to what the tags are labeled. So I find this way of working very efficient, both for creating markers and for creating arrangements. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. So until next time, have a good night.